Welcome, Merritt. I am
Thank you.
so excited. You are full of all kinds of impacts, but more importantly, ImpactED, your company. So tell us who you are, your name, and a little bit about your company.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on. So my name is Merritt Nelson, and I'm the CEO of ImpactED, and we are an education technology company. But let me back up a little bit. I'm a career educator, so I started teaching high school math at Bellevue East High School here in Omaha.
Ooh, math.
Math, way back in the, I won't tell you when. And I've always been passionate about math, and I've been passionate about student success. And so did that, loved it, moved into administration. And then in 2013, I had the opportunity to go serve on the president's cabinet at a university. So I served as the vice president for student affairs, and then I moved into vice president role for enrollment management, marketing, and financial aid. So I kind of saw the whole gamut of the higher ed institution from the cabinet level, but I also had an opportunity to work with our graduate programs in our graduate college. So at that point, I had kind of a K-20 education experience, and I'd seen education from a lot of different lenses. And math, as I mentioned, has always been something that I've been passionate about, and student success. And so those two meshed with the evolution of our company.
That's incredible. And I just want to note for everyone, he was a Nebraska Cornhusker football player.
Back when we were good.
That's another podcast.
Yeah.
But just like you had to go towards on-field success, you know what it means to champion, and now you get to champion people in higher ed.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, for a fun fact, he took a dwindling enrollment for a university and grew it to the biggest it had ever been in years, and that's incredible. And so now you're taking that championship mindset into your company. For someone that is younger and wants to have success, what are some tips that you have for them to run the ball down the field?
Yeah, that's a great question. I love the analogy. Not to get tackled, right?
Yeah.
And to cross the goal line. You know, I think for the younger generation, I mean, your decisions, this is beyond math, right? This is just my experience in leading young people for a lot of years. The decisions that you make today have many impacts beyond what you even can recognize years down the road.
Yep.
And so surround yourself with high quality people. Try to think about your future in the moment. And I think if we can have a perspective beyond today, that has been something that I think has shown to have benefits for young people as they move through their life and face hard things. You know, the world we live in is challenging, and young people have many more obstacles to overcome than even you and I did because of the advancement of technology and all the access to everything. And so just, you know, the decisions that you make now, I mean, you're going to be either regretting those or having joy over the decisions you made decades later.
Yeah. Well, and you said trying not to get tackled, but we are. Sometimes we're going to fall, we're going to stumble. How can you encourage someone else to overcome an obstacle and keep moving forward? You've had a lot of high-level positions, and I want to note that's not easy to do. That has its own kind of determination.
Yeah. You know, every day is a new start. Every day is a new day, and we cannot live in our past. When we live in our past and we live with regret and we live with the decisions that we've made and failed, and you're right, we will get tackled. And in fact, we might get our helmet knocked off. But there's something to say about persistence, and today is a new day, and it's a fresh start, and having that joy of today, I'm going to be better than I was yesterday is such a powerful attitude to have. And so I would just encourage people that, and especially the younger generation, when you get knocked down, when you get tackled, when there's a penalty thrown, when you get your helmet knocked off, get up and start over. It's a new day.
Yeah, I love all the sports analogies, but I want to transition to something we both said we love, data.
Data.
So understand it, you can get the high five for data.
Yeah, let's get some data going. Can we aggregate some numbers and some things?
Let's do it. What makes your company unique, and how is data pivotal in how you're impacting the education system?
Yeah, you're giving me softballs. These are amazing questions, so thank you. You'd think I would have slipped you those questions beforehand. So 1 out of 4 8th graders in America is proficient in math. 3 out of 4 are not. 1 out of 3 fourth graders is proficient in math, 2 out of 3 are not. And so when we started this company, we said we are going to help solve the national math proficiency crisis that is happening. But the first thing we need to do is we need to look at the data. And we found those numbers. And we said, why are 3 out of 4 8th graders not proficient in math? And that has a myriad of consequences as they move through their life. It's not just, you're not good at math. I mean, there's a limited number of careers they can do. There's opportunities that are pulled from them. And so we spent 2 years doing a root cause analysis of why. Why are math proficiency scores low? And we think we found it. And we are now building solutions to address that root cause. Do you want to know what it is?
I want to know what it is, and I love that you're highlighting problem solving and research as well. And I want to know.
For sure. Okay, so to be proficient in math, students have to demonstrate conceptual understanding with procedural fluency and strategic competence. That's very complicated. That changed, the bar changed in about 2011. It used to be, can you compute? Can you get the answer? And if you got the answer, then you were proficient in math. And right now, what the level of proficiency is those 3 things I named. That's how you're deemed proficient. Well, the disconnect is teachers who are teaching our students teach procedurally and operationally and by rules. They do not teach math conceptually. Well, when you teach students to memorize, they'll forget. When you teach them to understand, they'll apply. And so the root cause of our problem is teachers are teaching, another way to put it, at a depth of knowledge level 1 and 2. So in 4th grade, 5th grade, whatever grade, most math teachers are teaching math at a depth of knowledge level 1 and 2, which is basic skills, it's facts, it's memorization, it's rules. And they're missing the boat on teaching strategic thinking and analytical thinking and connecting ideas within math across grades and across concepts. And so that was our finding. And so what we're doing to, should we tell you what we're doing?
Tell me what you're doing. What have we won?
Yeah. So we are building a customized and personalized professional development program.
I love it.
I love
teacher. Professional development programs.
For every teacher across the country that is customized to their individual needs. And it is customized to the needs of their classroom and to the needs of their students. And what it is it's teaching every single math concept in an asynchronous video module library at a depth of knowledge level 3 and 4. This is how you teach this math concept conceptually. And another finding we had, and this is a powerful finding, is the K-12 system in America is saying we are not getting teachers out of the university system that can teach our kids conceptually. Well, the higher ed system is saying, hold on a second, you're not giving us students out of your system that are good at math. And so there's this negative feedback loop that's happening, and we're coming in as ImpactED saying, hold on, we can disrupt that. We can stop that negative feedback loop. We can come in, we can teach teachers in a very short amount of time how to teach math conceptually and create a positive feedback loop.
I said I wasn't going to do any more sports analogies, but I am. You're truly a team player. And a team player for the education system of helping people bridge the gap, and instead of being frustrated, you see a way through. So if someone from the educational system wants to work with ImpactED, what are steps 1, 2, and 3 to work with your company? Yeah,
great question. We'll go on with the sports analogies too, but as far as a team player, this is not about ImpactED. This is not about me as the CEO. This is not about our team. This is not about our master math coaches. This is about kids. And this is about developing a system, putting a system in place to help students be successful. And so I would say go on our website. It's impactedglobal.com. There's a link at the top that says Professional Learning Library. You can watch 60 video modules, at least a portion of them. It'll shut you off after a while. But if you want full access, just enter your email address and we'll give you full access. We're working in the state of Nebraska, California, Florida, Nevada, and Montana right now.
That brings me back to the memorization of the states, Alabama, Alaska. Okay, that's not what we're here for. Nope, that's not the question. So to finish, what are your next goals as you've talked about? I heard ImpactED Global. You're working nationally, but you have global goals. What's next for you?
We're working also, we have connections that we're trying to get into both New Zealand and India and their education systems. We want to be, ask the next steps, we want to be in all 50 states. We feel like this is a novel concept, that we got to the root of it, we're building solutions upward, and we have no competitors right now because nobody has professional learning that is conceptual understanding for every math concept. So that's our next step.
Sounds like you put 2 and 2 together.
Hey,
and now
nice.
Everything is for everyone. Sorry.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And we have the best audience member. I'm going to hire you, buddy. So I want you to tell us one fun fact to wrap it up in 30 seconds. Tell us something fun.
About me?
Yeah.
So I just stepped on stage last year as a competitive bodybuilder, and I earned my pro card.
Okay,
So,
well done.
Yeah, how about you? What's one fun fact about you?
I'm an 8-time American Ninja Warrior.
Wow.
But I don't want to bodybuild because I like eating.
Yeah, you can't
Well,
do
thank
that.
you so much for having ImpactED, and I can't wait to see how it's going to have an impact truly globally
Yeah, thank
in the
you.
education system. What a great name, and you're living it out. Thank you.
Thank you very much.